Hey, what is up? It is February 22nd, and I believe this is day 13th or 14th. I have to go look up and see of my goal to double my account by the end of the year. But we had that S&P 500 trade close out yesterday, so I want to do a quick video about that and what I'm looking for moving forward here the next couple of days for some potential trade opportunities. So actually what we'll do is we'll start back from the daily account statement. Last time I made the video I didn't include it on there. So anyways, it's just the daily account statement ends. And here's where we currently are right here. We're at, what's this? This highlighter, what's that thing? Yeah, highlighter. So we're at just under $5 grand for it. So that was the other day, the $43. That's the Dow Jones trade. This one was yesterday for the S&P 500 trade. So anyways, like you see right there, so just under $5 grand is what we're looking for it. So starting off, here was the trade. Look at S&P 500. So a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff got filled over there. Let's see here. I'm gonna go over. Let me minimize these, hide these, because all those went and got filled. I want to mention those. But here's the main one right here. The main one was this trade right here, and this was the inside pitchfork trade. You can see, let's get the daily highs and lows off of there, easier to see. All right, so here it was. There's point 1, point 2, and then point 3 and point 4 are within points 1 and 2. So we put the inside pitchfork on points 2, 3, 4 right there. So here is where price originally broke out right there. It didn't hit any of the targets we're looking for and just went straight down the other way. So I explained this in the last video, but as you can see, it went down all the way to 3.68%, and I actually changed it up to, okay, I guess this one isn't changed. Let's see here real quick. I don't know why this one isn't changed. Oops. Okay, well, for some reason, okay. All right, template, save as, there we go. All right, so what I changed it down to from the 3.618 to the 4.236, since this is a Fibonacci number. 3.618 wasn't, you can see that's what was right there. It is kind of like the 50% where it's not a true Fibonacci level, but there is a lot of action with it. But I've always liked the 4.236 better, and so for this one it showed that it worked out perfectly. So those are going to be the areas I'm looking for. So you know, hits the 1.146 right here, then the exit moves to the 23.6 up there. It's top of that green line right there, so it moves up right there. And then however much further it moves down, it doesn't matter. The exit still stays at the 23.6 level right there after these other ones don't get hit. So anyways, you see at the 1.146, I originally got in, where was it, right here, 5,006, and then I went and got in again right here at 49.78 for it. Now I was thinking about potentially getting in another level over here, but I started doubting myself once it was going down, because up until yesterday, you know, it was just a trending down day in the market. But if you look at the previous day's highs and lows, you can see it actually just ended up being an extension low of the day where it hit right there, and then it bounced right off of it right there, so the 1.146. So hit there also at the 4.236 from this move right here, and then that was at, it's almost closing time, yeah, 2:15. The market just shot up. I mean, I didn't look until the market was like right up over here. Got out a little bit earlier before the 23.6 at 5021.25. Figured that it was close enough, so got out of there. Real nice one right there. So proud of that. And ever since then, it's been just skyrocketing up ever since. So if we go look at these other trades real quick, we can see that all of these have gotten filled. I'm not going to go down all of them, but all of these were long trades that hadn't gotten filled over here. You see them back over there, but came up and hit this green line, which was the high of the previous move for both these trades. So they're both said and done. So all the long setups I was looking at for the S&P 500 are currently said and done. So now it's time to start looking at potential other trades. We have a red semaphore trade, which, see, it's hit the level we're looking for, the Fibonacci trade, but has it hit has it broken out the shift pitchfork. Let's see here. There it is right there. Yeah, you know what? Okay, so this is a live trade right here that it's in. It just finished up right here. Let me get this off of here. In fact, we need to move this over some to right there. Wait for the pullback if that happens. So currently, the exit for this trade setup is this white line way up here at above 5,200, so 5220-ish, something like that. So yeah, it's another 100 and what, about 40 points up there. That's where the original target is. And what we do is we have the Fibonacci retracement level down here, and then we just drag it up to the top for it. This is an ABCD trade, it's the ABCD. Drag it up there, and then if price comes back and hits this green line, which is 23.6, that changes the exit to the 1.146, which is there. If it goes down, hits the 50, it changes it back up to where the the closing high of the move is. And then if price goes all the way back down, hits the 1.146, which is this level, then the exit moves to the 23.6, and then does not move from there. So I'm not looking at this trade right now. Always look for the pullbacks, kind of like extreme moves the other way, as of right now, to the 1.146. But with this being such a huge move right here, I mean, I probably wouldn't even look to get on unless there's a big retracement down here all the way to 2.618, because still you would have to stomach, you know, another potential 233-point move in there to the downside for it. So real big move right here. So I mean, realistically, I probably wouldn't look until it gets closer to 4.236. If it does go all the way down that way, not saying it will, but this is just a really large trade setup right there. So that's what's going on here in the S&P 500. We do have a smaller potential trade, not until the price would get all the way back down here. This is expanding triangle, one higher high, lower low, and then higher high up here. So that semaphore is confirmed, so we just need to pop back down in here, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen today. Russell 2000, we are in a live trade right here. Oh, excuse me, I'm not in the trade, but it's a live setup that has started. You can see, is not going to go over all the details of it, but anyways, when it closed below the teal line right there, that was the original target, the red line down here. But now that's at the 23.6, the target is right there, the 1.146. If price hits the 50, then it moves to right about there, which is where the closing bar is for it. So that's just what I'm looking at right now. And in fact, let's see, 1, 2, we actually have another inside pitchfork set up right here. So whichever way price closes, either south or north of that blue line, would give us another trade that we're in. Let me just mark this right here. That'd be live for it right there. So basically for SP 500, it's just, I'm in wait and see mode right now for waiting to see what it's going to do for it. See Dow Jones right here. This is one where I just have a lot of questions about the expanding triangle trade when this kind of stuff happens right here. Is do I follow the Fibonacci rules like the other two trades, or do I have kind of a special rule for the expanding triangle trade? And the reason why I say this is because you can see here's expanding triangle using, actually, you know what, this is not, never mind, I'll take that back anyways, but it's still a question I do have, because I'll talk about it in the oil market, because we're using the orange semaphores, orange, orange, orange. So we're waiting for one of these next ones to become orange. Up here, you have to have a green before an orange. This one's not going to turn orange, because this one would be the one that could potentially turn orange. But when that happens, and then you have the close within the yellow line right there, that's where the trade to go short, that's where the initial entry point is, and the exit is down here at the green line. So that's really the only thing we're looking at right now for it. We have this ABCD trade, and yeah, it went the other way and filled right there for it. So here's a potential ABCD trade. But right now, today, it's a lot of this is just wait and see mode is what we're in right now. I'm not in anything at the moment. Okay, so we do have a ABCD trade right here. Next, you see it's here hitting off the 23.6. I'm going to take that out. It's hitting that 23.6, so the current target for that one is the 1.146 right there. That's where it currently is. But I wouldn't be looking to get in this trade unless we get a big deep retracement, at least to the 1.146 level right there. So again, just another wait and see. here's oil right here. Oil, this is when I have the big question regarding the expanding triangle, because what we have here is, so there's expanding triangle right there, points 1, 2, high 3, and then low 4 is all the way down here right there. It doesn't really matter. So we're just putting the points on points 1, 2, and 3. So here we have it. Price closed above the yellow line right there, so signal to go long. Obviously, price has not gone up the other way and hit the green line up there, and hasn't even closed above the midline right there as well. So if I'm going by the, let me hide this. If I'm going by the Fibonacci rules, then I just take it from the bottom and then take it up to where top, and we're looking for the entry bar was, and then looking for the retracement. So here it hit the 23.6, so then the exit would be the 1.146. Well, it came down and hit the 50, and then went up and hit right, there's the high of the entry here right there. So, I mean, say you were in that trade, that's a good little trade right there, you know, $1.20, 120 ticks in oil right there. So then this would be done. But if the Fibonacci rules, and let's get this thing off of there too, previous days high lows. If the real exit is either the green line or the 23.6 the other way for the Fibonacci trade, because one thing I was looking at is, so say we have, we'll just put that back on there. But so we either say, because this is one thing I'm looking at, is the exit the green line all the way until if price comes and hits the 1.146 the other way, then they just move it up to the 23.6 level right there and leave it at that for it, or you just keep on, you know, holding out for this green line up here to go up there and get hit. So it's just, this is just one I'm waiting to see. I'm not taking this trade for this one because I want to see how it plays out. But if this is, you know, if it is the green line that it looks for the exit, well, then that changes things, because I want that. That's what I want. Changes things because now price had already been in this short setup right here. Let me take this out. I will leave that on here. Price has already been in this short setup. This was another inside pitchfork trade right here using the red semaphores. There's 1, 2, and then 3 and 4, then 1 and 2. So you can see when price closed below the teal line right there, that was the original entry. And then price came down here, went back up, hit 23.6, so moves the exit to the 1.146, hit the 50, moves the exit to this green line right here, which is the low closing of that move. But if price goes up a little bit more and hits this 1.146, you see it's very close to it. Right now, price is currently at 78.69. This is about at 78.83. Goes up there and hits that. Then that moves the exit to the 23.6, which is the green line right there. And that's where I have close to my target profit. But what I'm looking for is if the green target line for this trade is really the true exit, and you just leave it at that for it, you know, whichever one is higher, whether it's the green line or if it's the 23.6, whichever one is higher. In this case, it'd be obviously the green line top up here for the exit for it. Well, then I'd be more than willing to short it right there and, you know, take it all the way, hopefully back down there. Now, obviously, price could still go up way higher over here, and I probably wouldn't look to be getting back in until closer to, I need to change that to the 4.236. So, you know, oops, I want to do that. So if price does go, you know, say get in there and it does go all the way up, yeah, that's, you know, 682, that's $680 right there. You know, have to hold in the drawdown for it, but you know, it is what it is. You just have to, I just have to make sure I have plenty enough money in my account to cover that, which I do. That's why one of the biggest issues I've had in my trading journey is getting in too many contracts and then not having the overnight margin to cover it. So right now the goal is I'm only in one instrument at a time. and I have enough where I can trade, even scale into it multiple contracts, but looking to get in at a better price, because about 98% of the time when I get in at an area, it goes against me before it finally turns around. It's very rare where I get in and it's right at the level, maybe it goes down just a little bit if I'm going long in it, but then it takes right back up. Normally it keeps on going against me for a bit. So that's why I try to have my entries better than what I would initially have. And so that's what I was looking at. This entry right here, be up here in the green line. Price isn't going to shoot up all the way. That would be by, what's that, 6:30 tonight, something like that. I doubt price is going to skyrocket another 2.5% by the end of the day, which it could, if some crazy news comes out, but I don't think it will. But also that we have right here is we do have a short trade right here as well for it. So you can see there's the 1, 2, 3. There's the higher high orange right there. Here we have the close below it right there. And so that's the other question I have is, again, do we just leave it at the green line right there, or do we start looking at the Fibonacci trades? Because we're looking at the Fibonacci trades, and then it's right now at the 1.146, so the exit is the 23.6. So that is just the main question I have. And so I think these two will really help decipher what to do with it. Like if it truly is the green line, and that's where we're going to leave it as. And yeah, we could get in at other extreme levels and looking to get back up into it, but that's where we are right now. So that's what I'm hoping for. Oil keeps on popping up, and I can get in short because for the inside pitchfork. But right now for today, you can see what's going on today here with it is price bounced off the extension high of the day right there. And then what the extension high and low of the days are, you measure the previous day's highs and lows, and it goes from the 1.146 to 1.44. Because normally when price hits these, you'll see some type of either resistance if it's going up or support if it's going down. Now, it doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen most of the time. So as you can see, it hit it up there, got some resistance, but now it looks like price is starting to power through it. If it gets up much higher, then I call that a blowout day, meaning it just blew out the target area for the day. But that happens maybe 10 to 15% of the time. Most of the time it hits these areas, and then that's kind of like stalls it out for the day. So that was why, when it closed at its highs yesterday, I wasn't looking forward to going too much further today, but we did have the retracement down, and now we have it back up for it. So but yeah, that's what I'm hoping, this thing keeps on going up here. I can get short and then look to take it down there. So that'd be the best thing. But yeah, oil's popping off a little bit. We got at it's over a percentage point now today. So hopefully, going into Friday, tomorrow, and the next week, can get up to those mid $80 ranges, go short in it, or 81, something like that, go short in it, and then take it all down there, because I'm set in my inside pitchfork trade. Is just this one, the using the Andrews pitchfork for the expanding triangle trade. I'm just not as confident. I just have a couple questions of, is the exit the green line, or do I use the Fibonacci exits for it? So just like SP 500 yesterday, the Nasdaq just took off, and another trade that, where was it? Yeah, was it this one? That's not what I wanted. Yeah, the expanding triangle, 1, 2, 3, 4, orange one, closed up above it, blah, blah, blah. So it went all the way down to the 2.618 right there. Didn't go any further. Now, I was looking at getting in there as well. Fortunately, I did not, just because with the Nasdaq has the highest margin requirements for it. At about, just for one micro contract, is $1,770. SP 500 is $1,170. Oil, I think, is like $650. Russell's around $600, $650, and I think Dow Jones is around $700, $800, $900, something like that. Anyways, so as you can see, went down there and hit it. Went up way up here. Here's 23.6 right there. Anyways, took it out. So that one is done. But what it currently is in is, it is in a short setup for an ABCD trade right here. So when there's ABCD, when price closed below the blue line right there, signal to go short to take it all the way down here. Obviously that has not happened. Price hit 23.6, now it's hit the 50, and so the exit is currently the low of the move right there, which is right there, that green line. So if price, continues to go up right there, I mean, for the S&P, I mean, for Nasdaq, I don't look at getting in until at least the 2.618 for it. So that'd be the earliest I'd be looking at going in short for it, and depending on if I was in anything else as well. So yeah, that'd be the earliest, but that's basically the main trade we're looking at for the Nasdaq. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We got expanding this one. Let's see what this looks like. That's not coming out and get hit. So yeah, the main thing, I'm looking at oil is really the one I'm focused on as far as potential setups. I'd be looking to get in the soonest. Nasdaq's got a way to work. Russell 2000 is in this one. If we get a big move down, looking to get in on it. Let's see here. Russell, what do we want here? So the current move we have is down here for 1.146. So either way, if we get a big move either way, we'd look to get in. Like if it moves up over here, way up here, we'd look to go short in the Russell. If this, say it pops out down here to the downside and then goes back up, look to go short, or if it pops up here and then moves down. Anyways, just waiting, and like I talked about the SP 500, just waiting on these setups as well. One thing real quick I want to talk about, I noticed yesterday, was for the weekly chart for the S&P 500 right here. So there's two setups that we're in. We're in a long and we are also in a short setup, but really the short setup is really the more interesting one for it. So right now for the long setup, it's an ABCD, ABCD, and I think this is actually it's on the daily chart for this one. Let me go this one real quick. Let me take off previous days, highs, lows. All right, yeah, using orange 7.4, so there's A, B, C, D. Price broke above it, so that's the entry level. Price has not come back and retraced down to 23.6. So currently the target for that one is way up here, way up over here. So say around like close to 5,600 right there. So another about 530-ish points of where it currently is where the current target is. But what we do have is a short setup. We have a short setup right here, and it goes all the way back from over here where we have this one, 1, 2, 3 using the reds, and then we have a 4th red right there. So when price came and closed through it right there, signal to go short, did not come down and hit the green line right there. So currently, the green line is it, but again, this comes down to it is, do I use the Fibonacci levels for it? So let's see, it closed right there. So went back up, hit 23.6, then hit it right there. Or do you just wait until it closes until it hits, below the midline for it, because then it hit the 50, it went down to a low. So just questions I have to answer, because otherwise, do I just take from the high to the low right there since it did not hit, and now that's hitting the 1.146 the other way, just use from the high to the low the move, then it's exit the 23.6. So just a lot of questions I have for this one. There's a lot of things to be played out for it. But anyways, this is going on pretty long now. We'll look at Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin still doing its thing. As I figured, it would probably waffle around over here before it gets back in this trend channel, before hopefully it goes to another move up, which the minimum target we have is 54,475. And of course, it can go higher, and I do think it, just in what the history does, it will go higher. We have a 5-wave move to a new high, down, 5-wave move to a new high, down. Now we're in a 5-wave move. So, I'm looking to go north of 69,000, 70,000 for it, and then we'll see what happens. But anyways, thanks. Have a good one. Bye.